You are driving home from the pharmacy. It is broad daylight. You did nothing wrong. And then the lights flash behind you. You pull over. You reach to lower your window. And before you can even take a breath, the officer is at your door, and his hand is on the handle. Your heart races. Your hands tremble. You do not know what to say. You do not know what they are allowed to do. And in that moment, because you do not know your rights, you say the words that change everything. Yes, go ahead. That moment, that one moment of confusion, is why I made this video. I have spent years defending people who lost their rights not because the law failed them, but because no one ever told them what the law actually says. Today, I am talking directly to seniors, because you are too often targeted, too often confused, and too often taken advantage of during traffic stops. In this video, I am going to show you the 6 things every senior must do the moment an officer tries to open your car door. These steps are legal, simple, and powerful, and they could protect your freedom, your safety, and your dignity. Number 5 is the one you most likely ignore. This kind of information you want more of, so why not? Hit that subscribe button right now. Every day, I break down the legal rights that protect you and your family. You worked hard your whole life. You deserve to know the law that is on your side. Now let us begin. Number 1. Lock your doors immediately and keep both hands clearly visible. The moment you see a police officer walking toward your car and reaching for the door handle, your first action must be calm, simple, and immediate. Lock your doors. Then place both hands on top of the steering wheel where the officer can clearly and easily see them. This matters especially for seniors because officers sometimes justify opening a car door by claiming they were concerned for your welfare or that they could not see your hands clearly. Do not give them that reason. Locking your door is not aggressive. It is not illegal. It is not resistance. It is your legal right to keep your car door closed unless a lawful order has been given. The law in most states and jurisdictions is clear. A police officer cannot open your car door simply because they feel like it. They need probable cause, your voluntary consent, a warrant, or a specific lawful safety reason such as ordering you to step out. By locking the door, you are quietly but firmly saying, "I have not given permission." You do not need to say those words yet. The act itself communicates it. Keeping your hands visible is equally critical. Hands are the first thing an officer's eyes go to. Trembling hands, hands moving toward a bag or glove compartment, hands they cannot see, all of these trigger concern. As a senior, your movements may be slower, and that can sometimes be misread. Remove all doubt. Put both hands at the top of the steering wheel. Keep them still. Keep them open. This one simple step, lock the door, show your hands, protects you physically and legally. If the stop is ever recorded on a body camera or dash cam, the footage will show you were cooperative, calm, and non-threatening from the very first second. Do not argue. Do not explain. Do not reach for anything. Lock the door. Hands up on the wheel. Number 2. Roll the window down only slightly and speak in a calm, clear voice. Once your door is locked and your hands are visible, your next move is to lower your car window, but only a few inches. Not all the way down. Not completely closed. Just enough to speak clearly and hear clearly. This step is particularly important for seniors. Many older adults have hearing difficulties, and officers speak quickly. Rolling the window down a few inches lets you control the pace of communication. You are not shutting the officer out. You are creating a safe space for a conversation that you can manage. Once the window is slightly open, speak in a steady, polite tone. You might say something like, "Officer, I want to cooperate fully. I am keeping my door closed for safety." I am happy to speak with you from here. That statement does three things at once. It confirms you are cooperative. It explains your action without being defiant. And it puts the officer on notice that you are aware of the situation and in control of yourself. From a legal standpoint, you are fully within your rights. Speaking through a slightly open window is cooperation. It is not resistance. It is not suspicious behavior. You are not required to open your door, lower your window completely, or invite the officer into your vehicle simply because you have been pulled over. This step also reduces the risk of misunderstanding. Many traffic stops escalate because of miscommunication, an officer mishearing something, a driver speaking too fast or too nervously. A calm voice through a slightly open window slows everything down. It gives both of you a moment to breathe. If the stop is being recorded, and increasingly they are, this is the moment that will show you are respectful, cooperative, and in control. That footage is worth more than you know. Speak slowly. Speak kindly. Speak through a small opening. Keep control. Number 3. Ask clearly and calmly for the legal reason they are trying to open your door. If the officer continues to reach for your door handle after you have locked it and spoken politely, your next step is one of the most powerful things you can do, and it requires nothing but words. Calmly ask, "Officer, can you please tell me the legal reason you need to open my door?" That is it. That single question does more legal work than almost anything else you can say in that moment. Here is why. Police officers are trained and legally required to have a lawful basis for entering your vehicle. They cannot open your car door simply out of curiosity, habit, or because they want to take a look around. In most jurisdictions, they need one of the following: probable cause, meaning specific evidence that a crime is occurring; your voluntary consent, a lawful order for you to exit the vehicle for officer safety, or in some situations, a warrant. When you ask for the legal basis, you are not challenging the officer. You are not being combative. You are asking a reasonable, legal question that any citizen has the right to ask. This question creates a record, especially if the encounter is being recorded, that you are aware of your rights and requested proper justification before complying. This matters tremendously for seniors, who are sometimes rushed, pressured, or simply not given time to understand what is happening. Asking for the legal basis slows the situation down. It gives you time to think. It requires the officer to pause and respond. And it puts the legal responsibility exactly where it belongs, on the officer to explain their authority. If they provide a lawful reason, you can respond accordingly. If they cannot, you now have documented that they acted without proper justification. Ask the question. Stay calm. Wait for the answer. You are in control. Number 4. Clearly state that you do not consent, without raising your voice. Once you have asked for the legal basis and the officer has responded, the next step is to state your rights out loud, calmly, firmly, and without anger. You can say something like, "Officer, I want to be respectful and cooperative. I am following all lawful orders. However, I do not consent to any searches, and I do not consent to you opening my door without a lawful reason." Those words are your legal shield. Say them clearly. Say them once. Then stop talking. This step is critical for seniors for a very important reason. Older adults are often targeted with what attorneys call consent tricks, moments where an officer asks a question in a way that sounds casual, but is actually seeking permission. "You don't mind if I take a look, do you? Mind if I open up for a second? Can I just check the back real quick?" The answer to all of those questions, unless you genuinely wish to consent, is, "I do not consent." Legally, consent to a search cannot be assumed. It cannot be implied by silence. It cannot be created by your failure to object. It must be explicitly given. By stating clearly and calmly that you do not consent, you are creating an undeniable legal record that any search conducted after that point was done without your permission, and that is enormously important in court. Keep your voice low and even. Do not raise it. Do not repeat yourself aggressively. Say it once, clearly, and let the words do their work. A calm voice stating legal rights is far more powerful than an angry voice making accusations. You are not fighting. You are informing. There is a difference, and that difference can determine the outcome of your case. Number 5. Record the interaction with your phone or dash cam if you can safely do so. We live in an era where a recorded video can be the most powerful piece of evidence in a courtroom. For seniors especially, video is your best friend during a traffic stop, because it does not forget, it does not get confused, and it does not get intimidated. If you have a phone within easy reach or a dash cam already mounted, begin recording. If reaching for your phone would require a sudden movement, announce your intention first. You might say, "Officer, I am going to slowly reach for my phone to record this interaction for my safety and yours." Then move slowly and deliberately. Once you are recording, state aloud, "For my safety and yours, I am recording this interaction." This announcement does two things. First, it usually causes officers to act more carefully and professionally, knowing their actions are being documented. Second, it establishes on the recording itself that you were calm, cooperative, and intentional about protecting your rights. In most states and jurisdictions, you have a fully legal right to record police officers during traffic stops, as long as you do not physically interfere with their duties. You do not need their permission. You simply need to stay in your vehicle, keep your hands visible, and let the camera do its work. The video can prove that your hands were visible. It can prove the door was locked. It can prove you stated your rights clearly. It can prove you never gave consent. If any dispute arises later, that video is your witness. A witness who never forgets and cannot be cross-examined. Record everything. Let the camera remember what stress might cause you to forget. Number 6. Know when to comply with a lawful order and how to do it safely. This step is the one that separates a smart legal response from a dangerous one, and it is the most important thing I want every senior watching this video to understand. If an officer gives you a lawful order to step out of the vehicle, you must comply. The Supreme Court has held that an officer may, as a matter of routine, order a driver out of a vehicle during a lawful traffic stop. If they say, "Sir, I need you to step out of the car," that is a lawful order, and refusing it can escalate the situation in ways that put you in danger. But here is what you must know. Complying with a lawful order is not the same as giving consent to a search. You can step out of the vehicle, follow all lawful instructions, and still say, "I do not consent to any searches." Those two things are not in conflict. One is your legal obligation. The other is your legal right. For seniors, this step comes with an additional layer of care. If you have a physical limitation, a bad knee, difficulty walking, a medical device, say so clearly and calmly before you move. "Officer, I have a knee replacement. I will need a moment to exit carefully." This protects you from sudden movements being misinterpreted and ensures the officer is aware of your physical condition. Do not reach for your ID before being asked. Do not open the glove compartment without stating what you are doing. Move slowly, speak clearly, and narrate your actions if possible. "I am reaching for my registration in the glove compartment." Knowing when to comply and how to do it safely is not weakness, it is wisdom. You can protect your rights and protect your body at the same time. If you found this video valuable, hit like to show your support. Subscribe for more insider legal strategies, and tap the bell so you never miss tips that could save you time, money, or even your freedom. Share this video with friends and family. Everyone deserves to know what to do and when.